Welcome back. So I was streaming this, but it crashed. So here we are again. I know. Those of you who were in the stream, you didn't miss much, so I figured we could just start over. I'm excited though. I'm skipping the intro, I'm afraid it'll cause problems. We're gonna do a new game so I can start over. Options. K for confirm, huh? My lack of eyebrows upsets me, but other than that we're fine. Could have drawn them on, I guess, but it's fine. Alright, new game. Do it again! Because that's who we are. Are you sure? I am. No. That's us, by the way. Prologue. Ah, I get it. Because you did something you can't take back. What does that mean? You are the absolute worst. Don't drag her back into this mess after all of this time. You should have. I would if I could. I'm sure she feels the same way. Options. Okay. I'm falling. I'm falling. As I fall deeper into the abyss, I feel a resistance, like I'm underwater. Consciousness hazy, senses fuzzy, past and future held in my hands, melding together as one. My thinking clouded, I try to comprehend the situation as I slowly open my eyes, and yet, the only thing that comes into view is a pitch black darkness. I stare into it absent-mindedly and begin to feel deluded as though the world and I are one. I try to find the place where I begin within the space. I feel like I'm floating, dancing through the air like a butterfly. I'm either drowning in the air or flapping my wings in the sea. I can't tell. I close my eyes again and my strength leaves me. Just let everything go. Casting away all of my thoughts and emotions, I continue the descent into my vulnerable state. After what seems like an eternity, I sense a bright light somewhere, and my fingertips make contact with the bottom. I feel the coolness of the floor on my cheek as I come to my senses. Where am I? And why was I sleeping here? Still only vaguely conscious, I slowly get up and take a look at my surroundings. An open space with a high ceiling and walls patterned with beautiful geometric shapes. The stone floors are polished to a shine and an elaborate chandelier hangs overhead. Detailed engravings coil up the nearby pillars and the candle holders affixed to them emanate a soft light that fills the room with a gentle brightness. Seems like the main hall of a mansion. What am I doing here? I tug at the threads of my memory, trying to recall how I ended up here, but my recollection cuts off after a certain point. I can't remember. Why am I here? For that matter, I can't remember anything. Who am I? No matter how many times I turn things over in my mind, nothing in my memory offers any clues. Who am I? What am I doing here? I stand on unsteady legs and start to walk, with so many questions burning in my mind, just as I pass by the central stairway. Huh? I hear a faint voice from somewhere. Is there someone there? I turn in the direction of the sound and spot a young girl in a sailor uniform curled up in the fetal position by a pillar. Are you okay? Do you feel sick? The girl turns towards me and I see that her face is covered by a creepy goat mask. What's the deal with that? There's something off about her too. I fall back a step or two at the sight of her. Why, I can't. What? No! She suddenly lets loose an ear-splitting shriek. An instant later, she is engulfed in some sort of black thing, and her skin changes colors as though it is burning. What's happening? What's this black mist? Eyes wide, I gasp at the unreal sight before me. All I can do is stare at the girl transforms into a horrific monster. No way. The monster rises with uncertainty, like a child that has just awoken. This can't be real. Yeah, it's all a dream. That's why I'm here in this unfamiliar place, all alone. I tell myself that none of this is real, although the creature has no eyes. I feel as if it looks right at me. Huh? Hey, no, stay away. Get away from me. The beast lets out a low-pitched growl as it inches towards me. No! I sprint away at full speed, trying to escape. Why is it following me? And what's the deal with this mansion? I look ahead, but I can't seem to locate the end of the hallway. My surroundings all start to look the same as I run. What am I gonna do? It's gonna catch up. Turn at a corner? Maybe. What if it's a dead end? I'm getting tired and starting to slow down. In contrast, the monster starts to pick up its own pace. Now what? Suddenly, something grabs my flailing arms and drags me into the shadows. No! Somebody help! Shh! Keep it down. Whoever it is, they cover my mouth. In response, I look over at the owner of the hand. The monster has bad eyesight. You can give it the slip if you hide. I nod and the person removes his hand from my mouth. He takes a cautious look around the hallway from behind the pillar. So, there are other people here. Holding my breath, I pull him in close. As I do, I can sense that the monster is now close by. Having lost sight of its prey, the beast stops and starts to look around. Please, go away. Please. Maybe someone was listening. After standing still for a short while, the monster drops off elsewhere. It's gone. Thank goodness. The man pushes me away by the shoulders and gives the area a cautious look. What was that thing? She was just a normal girl at first. No, well, she had this strange mask on, so maybe she wasn't quite normal. But then she turned into that monster. Calm down. I don't know what's going on either. Do you know where we are? I just woke up and found myself here. Hold on. Let's talk about this someplace else. Huh? That thing might come back. We gotta get out of here. Should be safe over there. We can run for it if something happens. Right. We walk into a place with a wide view of the area. Hidden behind a pillar, we'd take a good look at one another. I'm glad I found someone I can talk to. Can we talk now? Huh? About where we are. Oh. For a moment he looks slightly confused, and then slowly opens his mouth. I just woke up and found myself here too. I was in a room up ahead, but I realized something was off here after I looked around a bit. He's in the same situation as me then. And you? What are you doing here? I, don't know. How about your name? You look like you're still a student. Do you know how old you are? When I try to remember, a sharp pain shoots through my head. I have no memory. I can't remember my birthday or my parents' faces. Do you not remember anything either? No, I don't. Wait, either? Yeah, it's the same for me. I don't know when I came here or what I was doing. I can't even remember who I am. I was hoping you might have some recollection of something. Then, we both have amnesia. Sounds too crazy to be true. Guess it is, though. Ben gives a quick laugh and rummages through his pockets. What are you doing? Looking for an ID or something, though I thought I might find something useful. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I didn't check my clues. I slip my hand into my skirt pocket to see if anything is inside. My hand grazes something cold and hard. Is this a cell phone? I remove the phone from my pocket and press the power button. The first thing I notice is the time. What? 89:74? Feeling shaken by the obvious error, I flip through the phone's menu. Can't find anything meaningful, but then I open my message inbox. Oh! There's a single message. I'm pretty much grasping at straws by this point, so I open the message, check its contents. Locate the kaleidoscope shards. Kaleidoscope shards. Doesn't seem like a code or anything. You don't remember anything like this? No, I don't. I don't get it. Like a literal kaleidoscope? Or maybe it's referring to something completely different. I hand him the phone and he repeats the message on the screen. There's no sender info for it. What could it mean? The cell phone is weird too. Did you find anything on your end? I have a cell phone too. Only one message on it from an unknown sender. What did it say? There is only one way to leave the manor. Nothing else. Only one way to leave the manor. Seems like somebody put us in this situation. We wouldn't have messages like this otherwise. Could someone be watching us right now? I don't see cameras anywhere. Suddenly, I hear some sort of howl from far away. Makes me jump in fright. It's okay. That was far away. Yeah, you're right. We can't stay here, though. Otherwise, we'll run into that thing again. We have to find the exit. Exit? As in the main exit? Oh, I know the way. You do? If he just means the entrance, then... Alright, seems like it's clear. Come on out. Okay. The man signals for me to step out from the cover. We return to the main hall and I'm once again captivated by its magnificence. You're lucky you woke up in the main hall. Maybe I thought so if not for the whole attacked by a monster thing. Seems like getting chased up and down the halls like that is actually pretty rotten luck if you ask me. Anyway, let's head outside. He pushes the big heavy doors as hard as he can. Ugh, it won't open. The door won't budge. No. I rush up to help him, weak as I am though. I'm of no help in moving the sturdy door. All I'm able to do is rattle the brass door handles. No way. Could it be locked from outside? I take a few steps back and survey the whole room. Whole door. I see something unusual in the corner of my eye. A black butterfly. A black butterfly wrapped in a gloomy shadow flutters before me and then vanishes. I feel a frightful unease. What the heck is going on? Hey, step out of it. Huh? His voice calls out to me and returns to my senses. I follow his line of sight and... The monstrous beast from earlier is slowly making its way back to where it came from. We have to run. It's no use. We're surrounded. What do you... I look across the manor and see a similar monster growling as it approaches us. What do we do? They're so close. They catch us even if we try to make a run for it. Ah! My body freezes in fear, and the monster's claws streak towards me. But there is no pain. Instead, I see the man has protected me. A crimson streak of blood oozing from his arm. I said to snap out of it. Do you want to die? I'm sorry. His clothes are wet with blood as he groans in pain. He's bleeding so badly. It's my fault for freezing up. The scent of iron and the sight of the dripping blood forces me to accept that this is reality. What now? Spying an opportunity, the monster leaps up and brings an arm down upon us. This is the end. I close my eyes, waiting for the impact. But... oh, eh? The next moment, I realized that the one who struck wasn't me. An earth-shattering scream rends the air, and then the monster is on the ground, squirming as it melts away. Up until a moment ago, it was a solid thing, but now it shimmers like some kind of heat haze with a black outline. Before long, the giant body shatters into a kaleidoscope of black butterflies, which are absorbed into the necklace of the person now standing atop of the stairwell. Who is that? For a few meters away, a man holds a gun at the ready. The fox mask he wears prevents me from seeing his facial expressions. Did he save us, or... I try to approach him, but he turns away and shoots the other monster down without hesitation. Turns into black butterflies again. As if they have found a place to die, the butterflies are drawn up into the necklace. The man in the mask takes the necklace between his fingers and raises it up to eye level. After checking something carefully, he makes to walk away without a word. Wait, do you live here? Why are you wearing that mask? Hey, are you crazy? Look how suspicious that guy is. But The man in the fox mask looks briefly at us before he mutters to another, as we mutter to one another, apparently losing interest. He disappears into the second floor hallway. You're so reckless. You can hardly protect yourself, but you're still trying to chat up strangers. We don't even know if he's on our side. I'm sorry. He did save us from that monster, though. Oh no, your arm. You're bleeding very badly. It hurts a bit, but the cut didn't go as deep as it looks. Let's just think about how to get out of here. But no time to treat the wound. If those things attack us again, our lives will be in danger. Okay. As he turns towards the door, I try to think of what to do next. That's when I notice something shining where one of the monsters used to be. What's this? A glass shard? It's all glittery. How beautiful. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. I put the glittering thing into my pocket and turn my attention to the door behind me. This thing won't budge. Could it be locked? Hard to say. It's an extremely thick door, but the design's pretty simple. If I slam into it, I might just be able to pry it open. Stand back. Stand back. He gestures me away with his chin and then slams the door with his uninjured shoulder. One more time. He rams into the door over and over again, but it remains tightly shut. If you keep that up, you're gonna hurt your other arm. Let's try to think of something else. But the monsters might notice us again if we keep making this much noise. Smart. I'm very smart. Yeah, you're right. We take a few steps back to survey the entrance. The double doors have hinges in 3 sections. Just as he said, it looks like it could be broken by force. Sure isn't going to be that easy, though. There's no lock on the inside where you'd expect one. And if the door won't move, that must mean somebody barred it from the outside. That does make the most sense, I guess. A gentle-looking man shows up, seemingly out of thin air, and finishes my sentence before I can. Who is he? When did he... Actually, never mind all that. Does he... Do you know something? Could you be... What? When I try to approach the man, I feel my arm being grabbed and a hard glare burning into me. Didn't I tell you before? Don't just run up to people you don't know. I know that, but What are you gonna just waltzing all over to him without a care in the world, then? But he's not like the other one with the masks from earlier. He seems so gentle. Oh, my. Could it be that you're suspicious of me? Yeah, no offense, but we can't trust you. You don't need to be so blunt. Well, what would you like me to do? I'd like for you to trust me, but I don't exactly know who I am either. You don't? I woke up here a few days ago. I don't know what I'm doing here in this manor. I attempted to leave, but the door simply refuses to open. He's in the same boat as us. I was right. He's not suspicious at all. I'm sorry we doubted you. The same thing happened to us. We woke up in the manor, and then... I see. Then, I suppose it is safe to assume that we're colleagues of a sort. That's such a relief. I was so very lonely on my own. Would you mind if I accompanied you? Not at all. My response is spirited, but again I become aware of a sharp glare pointing my way. I look up to see a disgusting look on the other man's eyes. Is that a problem? I just like if you asked before you made decisions like that. He does seem pretty harmless, though. Oh, he realizes it too. That's good. We need as many allies as we can get right now. After heaving a sigh of relief, I notice that the gentle-looking man is giving me an earnest look. Is there something you want from me? No, it's just... Have we met someplace before? Have we? Would you two think about our situation a little before you start hitting on women? That's not what I meant. Well, in any case, we should get away from this place. I actually know of a hideout we can make use of. The monsters will be unable to enter too. I can take you there if you'd like. Follow me. He still doesn't trust him. We have to treat his wounds, though. Okay, let's go. In spite of his suspicion, I take him by the arm and drag him towards the so-called hideout. The gentle-looking man takes us to a place full of old-fashioned objects, a room full of warmth. It's like a wide living room, one you might call a lounge. It has a dining table, a sofa, a game table, and even a kitchen over in the next room. I had no idea there was a room like this in the manor. It's oddly calming. Huh? The moment I step into the room, I see a butterfly with milky white wings floating by. As if playing tricks on my eyes, it slowly disappears from view. What in the world? Pardon me. That monster really did a number on you, didn't it? Your wound is rather large. When I turn around, I see the man rummaging through the contents of a nearby shelf. The bleeding's pretty much stopped. Don't worry about it. I can't very well do that. Excuse me, miss. Who? Me? There are some bandages in the first aid kit. Would you please clean his wound and wrap them? I find that women tend to be better at this sort of thing. Okay, I'll take care of it. I wet a towel and set it beside me along with the first aid kit. Next, I roll up the man's bloodied sleeve as he sits on the sofa. He did say so, but his wounds really aren't that deep. I think they'll heal in just a few days. Hey. Yes? What is it? You afraid of blood? You look like you're about to cry. Don't try to play nurse if that's how you're gonna be. Wait, what? You can't tell? Touch your eyes. Whoa, he's right. I'm tearing up. I'm sorry. It's not that. I finally realized the situation I'm in. My life really was in danger. I'm really grateful to you for saving me. Huh. I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing I had let you die. Whatever the reason, you still did it. So, if you don't mind, I'll dress your wound. Ugh. I wiped his upper arms, staining the cotton towel red. I'm soon able to see the raw split in his skin. It's turning black. It's spreading like a bruise. He was hurt protecting me. This is my fault. I feel guilt weighing on my heart. Before long, it gives way to fear. Knowing that someone was hurt because of me, it's unbearable. It's as if something invisible is standing there, pointing the finger of blame at me. When did you find this room? The day I woke up. I came a few days ago and then went exploring. With those monsters roaming around? It was rather frightening, but I had to see if there were other people here. That's why I believe that I found the two of you. Oh, by the way, can we brew some tea here? Would you like some? He puts away the first aid kit and starts to brew tea with well-practiced movements. There's water and electricity here, and everyday necessities too. Oh, also, there are a few guest rooms up in the mezzanine there. They have beds in them, so staying here shouldn't be a problem. Right, I understand about the room. Still, how can you say this place is safe? There's still a chance those monsters could sniff us out and attack us. Yes, I can't say that's completely safe. I just have a feeling that it is. After observing the monsters for some time, I've noticed that they don't seem to go near any place where there are white butterflies. White butterflies? You mean like the ones floating around at the entrance to this place? Yes, just so. And in contrast, the black butterflies are some sort of bad omen, so I always prepare for the worst when I spot one of them. White and black butterflies. We're indoors, so how exactly are they getting in here? Either way, we can't stay here for long. If the front door won't open, we should smash a window to escape. I've already tried that. I couldn't even manage to scratch the glass. When I looked outside, everything was covered in thick fog. How are we supposed to get out then? After mumbling to myself, something pops back into my mind. The cell phones! Did you have a phone somewhere on you when you came into? Huh? We had cell phones in our pockets when we got here and they had messages on them. Oh, yes. There was a single message left in its inbox. What'd it say? I didn't understand it. Shall I show you? He produces the phone and shows us the screen. The message on the screen reads, "The weapon is in your hands." The weapon is in your hands. What does that even mean? Did your clothes have anything else in them? No, nothing. Other than this cell phone. As such, I'm at a loss as to what is going on. These messages are from an unknown sender too, probably the same person who put us here. What sort of message did you all have? Well... We tell him the contents of the message on each of our phones. He didn't know what to make of them either. Kaleidoscope. It must be something of importance to the sender. Could that person be asking us to help look for it? Maybe, if only the instructions were more specific. The room falls silent. With no memories, the three of us don't have anything to talk about. We can do nothing but stare at the phone on the table. What should we do? Suddenly, I feel a vague twinge in my eardrums. A sense of foreboding washes over me, as though disaster has struck. What's wrong? I feel like I heard something. Outside. I walk up to the door and place my ear on it. I hear the groans of a man from far off. Was that a scream? Someone screaming. He must be getting attacked by a monster. Huh? The man runs up to the door and opens it just a crack so he can peer outside. Listen, you heard it too, didn't you? Yeah, sounds like a man's voice. What'll we do? If we don't help him, he'll be... Recalling the wound I treated earlier, I squeezed my eyes shut. What? What are you doing? I want to help. Like how I was saved earlier. Don't tell me you want to go toe-to-toe with those things. Without realizing it, I had picked up a nearby vase. Are you an idiot? Those are monsters we're talking about. You can't beat them. He yanks the vase out of my hand, yelling at me. I know it's reckless, but I can't just let it go. I'm sorry. Hey. I shake both of them off as they try to stop me and run off in the direction of the voice. We're in a real tight spot here. What's gonna happen to us? Shut the hell up. How should I know? I reach the entrance and observe the situation from behind a nearby pillar. Actually, let's... This has to be some kind of hidden camera show, right? Oh yeah, you got me real good. You jokers with the cameras can come out now. The makeup and effect are really cool and all. Would you shut your mouth for 2 seconds? The two men are surrounded by monsters in front of the door, in a panic over their situation. And there are 3 monsters. From this distance, they'll get caught even if I called out. I'm not fast enough to be a decoy. You're short-sighted. I'm at a loss for words. What? Why are you here? Told you I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I just left you for dead, didn't I? If you rush out there now, it'll be a repeat of what happened earlier. Yeah, I suppose. I'm at a loss for what to do as the monsters bear down on those 2 men. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, a monster moves in and swings its arms towards one of the men. Whoa! He jumps backwards to avoid the attack, but bumps into the door when he does. These things are trying to kill us. Well, in that case... Hey, monsters, eat him first. He's a total meathead, so even his brains ought to be quite delicious. Give me a break. Don't offer me up to them. You bought it up, so you go first. Oh no, I don't want to die yet. The two glare at one another as the monsters prepare for another swing. The next attack is sure to hit one of them. What am I going to do? If I only had some kind of weapon. Yeah, like the person in the fox mask. If I had a weapon. A weapon. A gun. If I had that gun, What? There's a flash before my eyes and a heavy metallic object appears in my tightly gripped hands. She's so cute. What is this? It's a handgun. The feel of the cold metal in my hand makes me panic. How can this be? I didn't have this before. What'd you do? Where'd you take that thing from? It just appeared. I wanted to help those two, and then I remembered the gun that the man in the fox mask had, and then... My mind is a jumble. I don't know how to explain. The weapon is in your hands. Huh. That's what my message said. My guess is it was referring to this. Oh, that's true. It did say that. Remember the gun? I just have to imagine it. He mumbles to himself and looks down. He quietly breathes in and out. What? No way! Like magic, a mysterious light glows in his hand, and then a gun materializes in it. I can't believe that actually worked. What's going on here? I don't know. The man grips the gun in his right hand, checking the trigger, cylinder, and so forth. With each step, his brow becomes more and more furrowed. It's no toy. It's fully loaded. This is a real weapon. Meaning? Meaning we can fight them with these. Maybe. As he finishes speaking, the monsters emit another massive roar. I see them raise their thick arms up, taking aim at the prey. Raising their thighs. Come on. Oh. Use the scope to defeat the butterflies that appear within the allotted time. Use the scope to lock onto the butterflies as they appear from the far end of the screen. When you see the lock-on icon, press shoot will attack. The scope will be operated via mouse or with the analog stick. Okay. Locking on with the scope will allow you to strike multiple targets. Okay. Defeating more targets at once will boost your score. You can end the game with the force quit function. However, if you receive only a fraction of your points if you end the game in this fashion. Oh my god! What the heck? I did terrible. Oh my god. Hunted black butterflies for the first time. Struck by our weapons, the monsters give out a death yowl as their physical shapes dissipate. Did we beat them? Yeah, looks like it. What a relief. The monsters melt into a kaleidoscope of black butterflies, which are absorbed into the accessories we're wearing. They went into my butterfly hairpin. Is it safe to leave it like this? Actually, I'm feeling a little breathless. You okay? Yes, just a little out of breath. My body feels heavy, not physically, but in some kind of emotional way. The feel of the handgun, the smell of the spent gunpowder, the fear I felt as those monsters bore down on me, their dying screams. The assault on my senses coalesces into an intense fatigue that overtakes my body. I just killed those monsters. Who are you people? What's with the guns? Well, the suspicious inquiry is punctuated by his heavy breathing. How do we explain? I'm at a loss for how to explain. Trying to pull it into words, it is nearly impossible. We saved your lives, so maybe you could take it easy tone. We could have just left you for dead. Saved us? Yeah, that's what it looked like, but we can't trust a couple of people running around packing that kind of heat. I don't disagree, but we can't trust you either. We shouldn't have gotten involved. There's no benefit in saving you people. The hell you say? Hey, both of you, calm down. I try to plant myself between them. When I do, I feel a man's hand on my shoulder. Now, let's all take a deep breath. They saved us, and that's a fact. You better thank them, okay? Aw, poor guy. You don't even know how to say thank you, even though this cutie here put her life on the line for you. Thank you. No, it was nothing. I'm glad you're safe. Huh? The instant I breathe a sigh of relief, the outline of the gun vanishes, and the entire thing disperses into the air. It disappeared. I open and close my right hand. After I repeat this action a few times, the man slowly looks up. Look, it's dangerous here. Let's head somewhere else. Oh, you've returned. When we open the door, the hide. One second. I'm gonna change the audio one more time. I just want to know what they sounded like, so we're good. When we open the door to the hideout, the man runs up to us. I was so worried. The two of you just ran out of there. Are you alright? Did anything unusual happen? Oh. Huh. So using this place as your hideout. It looks pretty comfortable, doesn't it? And who are these two? We met them near the entrance. They were being attacked by monsters, so we... What? And everything turned out okay? You're not hurt? We're fine. We muddled our way through it. I see. That's a relief. We all sit down on the sofa for a moment's rest. Amidst the heavy atmosphere, we exchange searching glances with one another. First of all, may I ask who the two of you are? Yes, it's what I'd like to say, but I can't. We're inside some weird-ass house. Don't remember anything other than that. Oh. I was passed out in the same room as him. When I came to, my head was empty. We went out, and then we were attacked by those monsters. Just like us. I had a feeling that'd be the case. We three were in the same situation. It's not that weird to hear that there are even more of us. What's this now? That sounds juicy. If there's anything you all know, tell us. Well, we explained everything that happened. As we do, the two of them look more and more downcast. In other words, somebody's caged us up in this mansion with those strange creatures. And they stole our memories. That's idiotic. How? And why? That's what I'd like to know. All we can say for sure is that we're here in this inexplicable situation. And that gun from earlier is another one of these inexplicable situations? Right. Everyone falls silent, deep in thought. The more words we exchange, the more I get the sense that we're sinking deeper and deeper into quicksand. Time seems to slow down as if we're bound in heavy chains. Hey, what's that sound? An electronic beep has suddenly pierced the silence. My cell phone's ringing. Mine too. That's right, we didn't ask them about what they were carrying yet. The two of them take out their phones and show us the screens. The key to the memory lies in the manner. Complete the kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscopes again. As with the other messages, the sender is unknown, and the text is simple, with no further explanation. Locate the kaleidoscope shards. There's only one way to leave the manor. The weapon is in your hands. The key to the memory lies in the manor. Complete the kaleidoscope. What could it all mean? It would appear that we have to complete this kaleidoscope, whatever it may be. Hold it! My messages say anything about kaleidoscopes. We don't know if these messages are to each other individually or for all of us as a group. True, but considering everything that's happened so far, there's not much we can say for certain. In other words, whoever put us here didn't do it to be our friend. And by robbing us of our memories and freedom and holding them for ransom, they hope us to make complete that kaleidoscope. Yeah. How is it possible to steal one's memories? The idea that someone could act so maliciously sends a piercing chill up my spine. That's right. If they knowingly not locked us into this manor with those monsters, it had to have been done for some wicked purpose. Then it's not all just a prank. You've got to be shitting me. He punches the cushion, leaving an indentation. It quickly returns to original shape, as if mocking us in our bewilderment. The mood here keeps getting worse. Isn't there anything I can do? Listen, could we just all assume that we're in this together for now? Huh? None of us remember anything, and we don't know where we are or what's going on. All of that uncertainty makes us want to stick together. Just knowing we're not alone is a step up from having nothing at all. Let's work together to escape from this mansion. I tremble as I make this suggestion. Everyone in the room stares at me. Was I a little too pushy? I'm in agreement. It's better to have allies one can count on. Just having friends is the same situation can be reassuring. Yeah, that's right. I was so worried, but his gentle smile is a slight relief. No objections here, either. It's a little cheeseball to call each other friends, but I doubt we're gonna get out of here alone. What about you two? I'm fine with ending so long as we can get out of here. Not like I have any other options. We look at one another and nod. That simple action is so reassuring. I can feel a sense of calm spreading through each of our hearts. Anyways, I'm feeling kind of beat. How about we take it easy? We chatter back and forth about random things for a while. Afterwards, I hear a languid voice. What time's it right now? I can't tell because the clock is messed up. It's dark outside though, so I think it's nighttime. Maybe it's still daytime and the fog just blocks out the sunlight? The man with the droopy eyes stands and heads for the mezzanine before returning to look at the rest of us. You may use the guest room over there. There are enough of them for all of us. Huh, so that's what it's like back here. They've got beds too, pretty well furnished. His voice sounds impressed as he looks up and down the private rooms lining the mezzanine. Mezzani, I think is. There aren't any windows, so it's not exactly pleasant, but at the very least you shouldn't have any problems getting some rest. Yes! To be honest, I actually prefer rooms like this. I'm glad. After checking out all of the rooms, the first man I met here catches my attention, arms folded as he leans against the wall. Is something wrong? It's a bad idea for all of us to sleep at the same time. I'll stay in the living room as a lookout just to be on the safe side. You'll burn yourself out that way. He's right though, somebody probably should stand guard. Then we'll take turns being on watch. That way she'll have nothing to worry about. Thank you. In that case, I'll take a lookout duty tomorrow. So more importantly, yes, one of the men cuts me off and I look at him. So we're just gonna call everyone hey you forever? Kind of a pain, isn't it? That's true. We don't know who's who. What else can we do? We don't remember our names. If we are all living here together, our lives would be much easier if we had a name. We don't know our real name, so we couldn't use a nickname? How about this then? The man walks up to one of the doors and takes down the nameplate, which had been suspended by a stake. He drapes over a finger and shows it to us. Hikage? There are nameplates like this one on every door. How about we call each other by the names of them? So you want me to call you Hikage? In that case, I'll take this room. You can call me Karasuba for now on. I don't care which one I get. Here, this one. Yamato. Alright, starting now, we'll call you that. Whatever makes you happy. You're a girl, so perhaps this one would be good for you, and I'll take the one next to it. Okay, so you're Kagi, then? Indeed, if anything happens, call me. Thank you. Hikage then returns to the living room to keep watch, and everyone else retires to their own rooms. So this is my name from now on. I look at the metal plate hanging on the door to my room. Beniuri. 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 Beniuri? Beniuri. The hinges of the door creak in protest as I open it and enter the room. It is simple and not particularly spacious, though a sliding partition and doors lead to a refined atmosphere. Lend it to a refined atmosphere. The furniture, inlaid with delicate patterning, is smooth like ivory, and the bedding looks expensive. It all glows beautifully under the lamplight. Oh, there's a white butterfly in here too. Looks at the ceiling and see them fluttering silently about. Butterflies clad in white light. That's right. The monsters stay away from places with white butterflies, but the black butterflies are bad omen. How strange. Normal butterflies are attracted to nectar. I wonder if these ones are attracted to something too. Suddenly, the memory of our confrontation with those monsters floods back into my mind. What was with those guns that appeared? And in the end, the monsters turned into black butterflies and were absorbed into my hairpin. I put my hand to my head and unclip the hairpin. As I roll it around my palm, it catches and reflects the light brilliantly. It's so pretty. I had no idea I was wearing it. Then, if the butterflies are a bad omen and they were absorbed into this, does it make it some kind of protective talisman? I prod it with my fingers. It glitters in response. Patter, patter. From afar, I hear the sound of something splashing down. Large droplets of rain must be splattering on the ground. Surrounded by thick walls, as though I am imprisoned, none of this feels real at all. But the chills creeping across my skin say that it is. I'm cold. Is it the rain? Nestled in bed, I draw the blanket up around myself, and then rub my hands together. Still, I don't feel any warmer, and my body is wrapped in such a chill that I lose feeling in my fingertips. I remember this feeling, as though anything that could be called sensation leaves my body, and I become no more than spirits. Where could I remember this from? I can't recall. My empty memory can't find a foothold in such a hazy, half-remembered thought. I'm falling. I'm falling. My descent begins once again. And this time, I just might be swallowed up into the abyss. I sink into the abyss of sleep, enveloped in delusion. Chapter 1. I cleared the prologue. Actually, that's probably a good place to stop. We can do chapters. That's not too bad. So, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, tell me how you feel about it. Tell me if I'm doing an okay job. I know, you're probably tired of me playing dating sims, but it's okay, because I like them. If you do like dating sims, I play a lot of them. I like a lot of the demos too. I'm very excited for a lot of upcoming ones, and I plan to get a capture card for my Switch so I can play those ones, because they have a lot on Switch right now. So, with no further ado, I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.